James Holiday. Have you heard of him? Nickname Bug Holiday. I've got him here. 1890s, 10-year career. Ken R Zone here in Vista, California. I'm looking at Saturday, July the 12th, 2025. Why am I covering Bug Holiday? He has a 312 career batting average, but it was only 930 games. That was about 3,658 at bats. But why am I covering him? Curious about the guy. And he has a particular accomplishment that I want to point out. Okay? So he started in 1889. 135 games. He gets 181 hits. 22 years old. Bats 321. Good year. He had 19 homers and 104 RBIs. Rookie season. How many rookies get 100 RBIs in their first season? Not that many. Got to be a rookie, right? Joe DiMaggio did it. Ted Williams did it. Babe Ruth didn't do it. Neither did Lou Gehrig in their rookie years. But then later they had excellent years. How about Bug Holiday? First season, 104 RBIs, 181 hits. Also, if you were to take a nickname in baseball, would you take the nickname Bug, B-U-G? I wouldn't. How about Home Run Baker? That's a good nickname. How about the Fordham Flash? The Fordham Flash, you know who that was? Frisch, who's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. How about Sweet Lou? How about Babe Ruth? How about the Splendid Splinter? These are good nicknames. Bug, Holiday, no thanks. Anyways, all right, so this guy I'm covering in 1890 came down to earth a little bit, got 140 hits, bats 270. Third year, 141 hits, bats 319. Fourth year, 177 hits, 294. Fifth year, 155 hits, 310. And then 1894 was his best season. 196 hits, 126 runs scored. Whoa. 123 RBIs. So that's twice over 100. He bats 376. Okay. So that is 6 years. Bug Holiday. You know what happened after that? Didn't play 100 games in a season. So we went 4 years in a row under 100 games. All right, here's what I want to point out about this guy. He had 1,141 hits, but it says 10-year career. But if you look closely, it's not 10 full years. It's about 7. So 1,141 hits in about 7 full seasons. You know what pace that is on? So multiply it by twice the 7 years. That's 14 years. And multiply the hits, 1,141 times 2. That's 2,200 hits in 14 years. Do another multiplication, another 7 years. If he played 21 years, he would have had 3,300 hits. That's the pace that he was on. But his last 4 years, 1895, 96, 97, and 98. Listen to the totals. 32 games, 299. 29 games, 321. 61 games, 313. And 30 games, 236. That was his last 4 years. And he stops playing at age 31. Again, those guys in the 1880s and 90s did not think of a 20-year baseball career or 24 years like Ty Cobb. They didn't think that way. They thought they would just play baseball for a few years and then give it up. But this guy, Bug Holliday, if he had played 20 years or 21 years, the pace that he was on was 3,300 hits. But he didn't do that. He stopped playing, and his last 4 years in the league didn't play very much at all. But his hit total for about a 7-year stretch, or if you want to add 7 years of playing, if it was full time, 1,141 hits. I think it's significant. He had 3,658 at bats, scored 735 runs, had four seasons over 100 runs scored. Let's see. The batting average seasons, he had 6 seasons, 300 or better. Play him a full season, he's 300 or better. 376 was his high. But I think it's interesting to look at baseball players of the past who had the potential to be a superstar, but they gave it up. They gave up baseball, and that was the thinking. The 1880s and 1890s. Today's baseball players, they hang around, some of them 15 to 20 years. But they're not as good as these guys from the past. Now, you may say, did walks count as hits in the 1890s? Some of those stats or record keeping did do that. But I'm looking at Bug Holliday on Baseball Reference, and it lists the walks that he had. He had 360 walks. So you can't say that his 1,141 hits, some of those are walks. You can't say that because they're listing walks and hits separately. So he had 1,141 legitimate hits. Played 930 games. But I think some of those games that he played, just 1 or 2 at bats, if he had about 26 or 2,700 games, he would have had 3,300 hits, and we would talk about another member of the 3,000 hit club. This guy was good. 312 career batting average. What do you think of Bug Holliday? Interesting character in baseball history, and that's why I covered him. That's what I'm doing on my YouTube channel. I've gone over, let's see, I've got the list here. Yep. 111 players I've covered. 300 or better career batting average. I've covered a lot of other guys, those below 300. I've covered a lot of matchups, baseball records, accomplishments. I have over 2,000 videos on baseball. But recently, I've been focusing players 300 or better career batting average, and Bug Holliday was one of them. What do you think of him? There's another guy I want to cover, old school, okay, just for the fun of it. His name is Deacon White. Have you heard of him? Did you know that they voted Deacon White into the Baseball Hall of Fame? He's an interesting guy, too, because he had a 312 career batting average. He had 2,000 hits in his career. He made the Baseball Hall of Fame. How did he do it? I'm going to look at him next. I'm out.